Episode 290. So Joey calls Randy and he tells him that he needs him to go to the warehouse. So this tells me that Joey is part of the ring, and more than likely he might be the impaler, which I'm thinking he may be, but I can't think of who else would be it, but who knows? Maybe they'll do a twist and yeah, it won't be directly Joey, but he'll just be, I don't know, something's going on. Next, Samantha is worried that Donnell hasn't shown up yet to escort her at the cotillion. So Vernon, Martin, and Smitty sees Vanessa and they ask her, does she know where Donnell is? And so Vanessa tells them that she will call Donnell and Deanna and find out what's going on with him. And I don't see Donnell being the type of dude that'll just won't show up for Samantha. He seems like a stand-up young man and that he'll fulfill his promise. So I think that he's just running late. Next, Junior hater Chessie trips Samantha when she's called to be escorted. So Donnell catches her just in time before she falls. Next, the chief and Detective Psycho Malone is waiting outside of the warehouse on a sting while everybody else is inside making their transactions, Leah and everybody else. So the chief and Psycho Malone grabs Randy before he can go into the warehouse. So Elon tells Randy that Joey said he didn't have nothing to do with the illegal plasma ring. So why is he there? Because if he's there, that means that Joey does have some kind of involvement. So the chief wants to know exactly what Joey's involvement is. And he should know that Randy ain't gonna say nothing. Randy knows that he learned before, not to play with Joey. And Doug McBride ain't around to help him this time. So he ain't gonna tell him nothing. Next, Derek shows up to the warehouse and he followed Grayson. So Derek wants to know why Jacob is dressed the way he is. Because Jacob is, dressed up in streetwear and he ain't looking like he usually does. And so, Derek's like, what's going on? Being nosy. And Jacob's telling him that he's undercover and that he has to go before he's seen. And he already knows if Jacob's undercover, what you doing there? But being nosy, that's Derek's problem. He's just too nosy. Next, Leah shows up to the warehouse to make sure everything goes as planned. And she asks Rand where's Rashad, and she wants to see him. So Leah goes over to Rashad, aka Jacob, and asks him to lift his hat because Jacob got his back turned towards her with his head down and the cap covering his face because he don't want her to see him. So she tells him to take the cap off and he turns around and she's like, Jacob Hawthorne. So when she sees him, she already know what time it is. So she starts talking about she will testify for immunity and blase Skippy. So Rand gets a call and grabs Grayson. And he says that he got a call from the prosecutor and Grayson is a rat. So that tells us that the prosecutor is on the take too. So that makes me wonder, is Joey the impaler? Because it has to be somebody powerful enough to have the prosecutor on their payroll. So Rand orders Jacob to shoot Grayson. Next, Jacob blows cover to save Grayson. and he takes out his gun and tells Ren to drop his gun. Derek sees the undercover cop, or looks like an undercover cop that's sneaking up behind Jacob, and so Derek jumps out, and he probably thought the cop was with Ren. So shots are fired, and Ren is arrested, and Jacob's laying on the ground with his eyes closed. So we're wondering, did Jacob get shot? Episode 291. So police move in on the warehouse, and the chief sees Jacob on the ground not responding, and he's frantically trying to wake him up. So Jacob eventually gets up, and they see that he doesn't have any shotgun wounds on him. So Derek's been shot. And Leah asks the chief and everybody to uncuff her to assist with trying to save Derek's life, because it doesn't look good for Derek. Next, Randy is on the phone with Joey, and I think he's in Paler, because why would he want a rundown of what happened from Randy on what's going on at the warehouse? So Randy is telling Joey that Elon and Marcel grabbed him before he could go in the warehouse, and that they questioned him about Joey's involvement in the ring, and then he tells Joey that he didn't tell them anything. And Joey asks, how did he get away? Because Joey's like, I need to see, did he say something? Because they're just not going to let you go if they grabbed you. So Randy tells them that shots were fired and cops were running everywhere. And so Elon and Marcel got distracted. So Joey asks him, did he see anyone connected to them? And Randy tells him no. And I'm wondering, what does he mean connected to them? Next, Jacob is attending to an injured Derek, and he tells Derek that he saved his life. But unfortunately for Derek, it doesn't look good for him. Next, Deanna is about to announce the platinum debutante, but when she opens the card, she sees that it's a mistake, and she needs to talk to Miss Imogene, who's over the cotillion. And Kat asks, what does the card say? And Deanna says that mini country club hater Chessie is the debutante. So Danny says that the results are wrong. Deanna tells country club hater Anastasia that the card with Chessie's name has Chessie's name spelled wrong. So Donnell finds the legit card in a drunk Nathan's pocket. So hater Anastasia got Nathan to cheat and change the card, but he couldn't spell Chessie's name right. What kind of date is he? He don't even know how to spell his name correctly. So that show you he didn't give a damn. I wonder, did country club hater Anastasia have to pay him to escort Chessie? But I don't know. Nathan Paris may have money, but I wonder what was offered, or did Chessie agree to sleep with him? Because he go around and sleep with everybody. So that may have been it. So Chessie tells her grandmother that she's done with the fighting, going back and forth, and she goes and put the crown on Samantha's head. Next, Detective Malone goes to arrest Leah Whitmore, and she starts holding her chest by her heart, talking about she got a heart condition. And then she starts threatening a lawsuit if she's not giving medical attention. And so the chief gives permission for Leah to go to the hospital under police supervision, which I believe she's lying. She just don't want to go to jail, but she's just stalling because eventually she got to go unless she's planning an escape. Next, Vanessa thanks the twins for saving the event and Deanna for getting the truth out. So Deanna asks her mom, could they go get some ice cream? And it looks like Deanna is finally softening up to her mom and wanting to, spend some time with her. So then just when Deanna does that, Joey calls, and Gangsta Boo, everything, the world stops when Joey calls. So she basically got on that phone with Joey and didn't pay Deanna any more attention. So you think that she would have used that opportunity to bond with Deanna, and since she's trying to soften up to her and give her another chance. But nope, she got to run to Joey, who she see every day, all day. So Joey tells her that she needs to tell Naomi to get to the hospital because Jacob has been injured on duty. Next, Ashley sees Derek as the ambulance is bringing him into the hospital, and Derek tells her he loves her and don't be scared. And I hope for Ashley's sake that's not his last words to her, because that would be like really messed up. But it may be. Next, Ashley wants answers on what happened to Derek and why. So Jacob tells her that Derek saved his life and that he jumped in front of the shooter. And he also tells her that Derek followed Grayson to the warehouse. And so that's how he got involved. Next, Grayson arrives to the hospital, and Ashley tells him that she heard that he held pressure on Derek's wound, and she asks him why was Derek following him? And Grayson tells her that Derek caught him stealing plasma. So Ashley says, so that's what he was doing. And so Grayson was like, that's what the ring had him doing, and they were waiting for the supply at the warehouse. So he had to get it to them or people would have got hurt, especially him. So he tells her that the only reason Derek let him go was because he told Derek that Ashley would be in danger if he didn't let him go. Next, Smitty talks to Jacob and finds out what happened at the warehouse. And Jacob tells Smitty that everything that could go wrong went wrong, including Derek's shooting, and that they still didn't get the impaler. So Jacob is starting to feel like all the time that he spent on the case was in vain, because the goal was to get the impaler, and they didn't. Next, Tyrell is officially no longer a member of the V Club. Congratulations, Tyrell. Next, Deanna checks Dynell for accepting the cufflinks from Joey, because she says that that's just making Joey feel like he's accepted and he's not. And so Deanna says that she will never accept Joey and that he's poison. So she tells she tells her brother that Joey is going to drag their mother to the gutter with him. And she may be right. Next, Gangsta Boo whipped ass goes straight to Joey's instead of being with her children at the country club. Just left them. Her daughter offered to go have ice cream with her after the event, but nope, she gotta go run straight to the person she sees every day, all day. And she wondered why she's having issues with her daughter. Next, Shanice affirms to Ashley, Naomi, Jacob, and Grayson that Derek is dead. Damn, that's messed up. And so, Ashley's gonna take it hard. And Jacob too. And that ends the episode.